No crazy noise. Okay, we're gonna do a little wardrobe tour as a treat because I'm trying to start doing a live stream once a month, just for fun. Why not? I was doing one once a month. I did a couple in a row at the beginning of the year, and I miss it. I was having a lot of fun. So, we're gonna do a little wardrobe tour as a treat. And if you guys want to see accessories and blouses and stuff, we'll do that after. We're going to start with dresses because that's the most exciting part. I want to make sure I can see the chat. I don't know. I'm just going to assume that I can. Why not? And if I can't, then we'll figure that out later. Oh, hi! Hi, Emo Biscuit! Thanks for joining me in my filming room / Lolita wardrobe moment. Yeah, we're doing a little tour as a treat. Starting with dresses, I don't think I want to separate stuff by categories and all that. We're just going to go through them and show stuff off. I'll be honest, I don't remember all the names of my dresses. Like, this one I got years and years ago. I'm pretty sure it's like the Vintage Sweetheart something OP by a Tabo brand. No, I don't have to decide what to watch during my phone game dailies. Yay! Oh my gosh, me playing Cookie Run 100% of the time. I'm obsessed with Cookie Run, I won't lie. I love phone games. So, me every day. So yeah, this dress that I'm wearing is like Vintage Sweetheart something OP by a Taobao brand. And I don't remember which Taobao brand, but if you really want to know and you want me to look it up, I can totally do that, but it will take me a minute. So, this dress, which is actually one of my favorites ever to wear. It's super comfy. I like a dress that's a little bit sturdy, and I don't know how to describe it, but like, it feels secure. I like that. It feels almost like a blanket. It's perfect for me. My little accessory also with the bunny ears. This is also from Taobao years and years ago, and I'm not actually sure which brand, as usual, but I love this little beret. Thick dresses, yeah, kind of. Like things that are a little bit heavier, I guess, is a good way to put it, because it makes me feel like I'm wearing a weighted blanket, and I like that. This is another one. Oh my goodness. It's caught on my sleeve. Send help. This is another one that's nice and thick. This is the dress by, I believe the brand is Your Highness. It's another Taobao brand, and sneak peek at a video that we just filmed today. But we just got this dress in. It is so thick, and Saturn said it was super duper comfy, which I love. It's so pretty. Yeah, I don't remember the exact name of the dress. Unfortunately, we've been calling it the Cthulhu dress because they styled it like Cthulhu in the product photos, so that's what we know it as here in the house. But this one by Your Highness, which is a Taobao brand, is so freaking pretty. And it's dresses like this that I love to wear because they're nice and heavy. Makes me feel comfy. I like that. Also, and I'm just going to start with the ones that I have set to the side here that haven't been hung back up quite yet because we wore them today or last weekend. I have this one by Belladonna Lolita, which was the first dress I ever modeled from them, and I was so in love with it. I was like, I need to buy this. I must purchase it and make it my own. So, I actually wore this around the con. This is at Anime Boston last year because I modeled it for them at Katsu and Anime Boston, and I bought it after the show, and I wore it around the con, and people were like, you're a walking advertisement for Belladonna. I was like, I know. I just like the dress, guys. I have a couple Belladonna dresses, and they're really awesome, and I love them. But this one specifically is my favorite. I love to do a full celestial cord with the bogu top petticoat with the dangly stars. It's like my favorite thing ever. Makes me feel pretty. It did come with a matching head bow. Teehee. There's also, I actually have beef with the Snow White dress, the one that did break the internet for a little bit. Oh, she's inside out. Oh my goodness. Please, girl. You're a mess. So this dress is so cute, and the product photos are so cute. But she's only been worn once, like actually out and about, and some of her bows and ribbons and things have been falling off, which is a shame. You'd like a Belladonna dress. Your partner just got a pink cake themed one at next KatsuCon. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. The pink and the blue, you could do a cotton candy moment. I love Belladonna's dresses. They're so freaking comfy with the shirring in the back and everything. So I'm not I'm not like just loyal to the brand. I actually genuinely love everything they make, and I think it's awesome. They hand dye their own lace and everything. I gotta love it. And it's different. The stuff they've been doing recently is different from what they used to make. If you look at like the older Belladonna dresses, or if you've ever seen them wearing one, say when we show off the designers at the J Fashion shows at the end, they will sometimes wear their older dresses, and their older dresses were like zippers, and they had these printed designs on them, and they were very custom, I guess you could say. And nowadays they make the comfiest dresses ever, and I love it. The bloomers, Belladonna bloomers. Do I have any Belladonna bloomers? I don't think I have any Belladonna bloomers, but now that you've said that, I have to try them, because I cannot stand itchy, scratchy bloomers, dresses, petticoats, any of that. There are some petticoats that I hate wearing. Have you ever seen those really short ones that have the flowers glued onto them? It is the itchiest petticoat I have ever worn in my life. Not quite the vibe. Not at least for a long time. Sometimes it's necessary if you have a very tutu-like skirt, but it is not my favorite thing to wear. Also, sneak peek at the video that we just finished filming today. This circus dress, which Saturn has been eyeing for forever. It's so freaking cute. It comes in a bunch of different colors, but this is the one that we got because it's his favorite combo. He loves clowncore and circus type stuff, so I love this one. I know that one was going around on devil-inspired ads for a long time, but I think in general, devil-inspired ads just show you whatever you've already looked at, or whatever it knows you want to see, so maybe that's why I saw that 1,000 times on devil-inspired ads. I didn't buy it, but they know that I want it. So that's all the dresses that I have sitting out. I'm gonna have to start pulling from my closet, so sorry that I'm turning my back to you, but you're gonna have to deal with. Let's start with the only legit OG set that we have. This good old Immortal Thorn. I don't remember the actual name. Something Rose Prince, something like that. But this is the Immortal Thorn set that the pictures go around every once in a while. It's very pretty. Princess Chronicles is another OG brand on Taobao that I like. But I really love Immortal Thorn for Saturn specifically. He is a huge fan of this set, and I bought it for him. And he loved it immediately. It fit him so well. The pants, actually, this is funny. Can I show off the... Oh gosh, how do I get in there? Yeah, the pants have a little corset on the back. So if you ever have issues with pants not fitting you, maybe these are a good compromise. Because I got issues. When I order like a cosplay, the pants never freaking fit. Hello, hi Heaven. How many years have you been building up your wardrobe? I started, well, okay, it's a long story with this, me being like interested in Lolita. You look awesome. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Me being interested in Lolita goes back years and years and years, but I didn't have the resources to buy Lolita until 2019. And then the pandemic happened. So I bought a couple dresses in one order. This was back when I was buying on Devil Inspired. Ooh. And, which by the way, there's no like right or wrong way to do purchasing your Lolita items, but I don't recommend Devil Inspired. I'll say that much. Do you have any glitter tail? I don't own any glitter tail, but I know people who do own glitter tail, and it looks really awesome in person, and I appreciate the custom garments that they make because it fits them really, really well. I can't remember their Instagram username, but I know somebody who has a bunch of glitter tail because they're plus size, and glitter tail is really good for custom garments. So me being interested in Lolita goes way, way, way back, but I started buying in 2019, the pandemic hit, I wasn't able to wear my Lolita garments pretty much anywhere, so I was putting stuff on at home, and that was like it. And then I finally wore it in public for the first time, I think at the beginning of it was like April 2020 or 2021, and then a few months later I uploaded my wearing Lolita in public for the first time video. I'd been wearing it for a little longer than that, so probably like 5 years I've been building up my wardrobe, which, considering how much I have, I know is not necessarily typical. I have probably more than a lot of people who've been in the fashion for 5 years, at least from my understanding, but I just happen to have the resources to do so, I buy a lot of secondhand, and I like to go to swap meets. And I'll swap one dress and get like 4. So it's awesome. The quality is excellent with glitter tail blouses. Yeah. I want glitter tail. I just haven't gotten to the point of actually like making an order. Just about everyone in my comm who's ordered from glitter tail has had some kind of issue. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't heard about any issues with glitter tail. I'm pretty confident they ship from overseas. Is it Vietnam? I'm pretty sure they come from. I have only met in person people who have had really good experiences with glitter tail, and I honestly, it seems kind of 50-50, because I haven't had any experiences myself with glitter tail, but that's what I'm picking up, is that it can definitely go either way, which I don't know. Is it only run by one person? I haven't looked into that sort of thing, so that could definitely contribute to it if it's one person making and shipping out all these garments. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pull out some dresses. Okay. We have Miss Tasha. Miss Tasha she came in my first ever order of Lolita in, I believe, March of 2020, because I ordered pre-order stuff, so of course it didn't come right away. I have worn her a bajillion times. She is one of the comfiest Lolita dresses ever, and she's soft. Like, I can't be mad. She's awesome. I love her. She also came in black and red, I think, but I love dark green, so I had to go with this one. Honestly, Cat Highness, in my experience, is a really awesome Taobao brand that I totally recommend. We have Whirling Tiger Circus by, I believe, Sheep Orchid. This one is so cute. It's boned, and it does lace up in the back, and you definitely want like a tutu like petticoat, but a hoop skirt will work just fine. She is so fun. This was my partner's first ever dream dress. I was first converting him. He wanted this dress really bad, and I managed to find it. Like, someone must have not paid for their order, because I found it after it had already been sold out, technically. It is a size bigger than his, because it was the only one left, but it still fits him. So everything's fine. Thank you. You have a great day, too. Thanks for joining us. I do not remember what this one is called. This one was from Taobao, and it was super popular for a hot minute. I was seeing it everywhere back when the pre-order dropped, I think. This one is not boned. It does have like a corsety back, and actually the grommets are shaped like little stars, which is so freaking cute. Oh, the teal and the pink on Whirling Tiger Circus is so freaking cute. I have a hard time styling it though, because the teal and the pink are not necessarily, the tones are the same, but these are not the most common colors to have elsewhere in your wardrobe. It did come with a matching head bow, which is good, because I don't have anything else in my wardrobe that are these colors except for white, of course. So she can be a little difficult to style. I tend to wear my Koi footwear pink shoes that I wear with like freaking everything with this dress, and it works out fine. But I just have to like pair her with white because it's so hard to find things that are this color. And this one I just wanted to say is very short. So if you're a tall girly, this dress is not for the faint of heart. I mean, unless you're going arrow / you don't mind some lower thigh being exposed, which is super cool. Some people are into that. I personally don't wear stuff that's super revealing in general. Like, I feel very self-conscious when I'm in very short or revealing outfits, so I tend not to. But it's very cute, a little short in general. I know that the tall girlies tend to wear skirts just because it's easier to arrange everything the way you need it. But sometimes you want to wear a dress. Sometimes you find a really cute dress and you're like, I'm a tall girly and it's not going to fit me, but I need to try. So sometimes it's worth it. I will say I do also, because I'm going to be in the meet and greet at CCE this upcoming weekend, I do have some stuff that was in my wardrobe that's been set aside in the other room, ready to go when we head out. So I will not be showing those off because that would involve a lot of running back and forth. But it's nothing too exciting. Most of the exciting stuff is still in my wardrobe. This is a Taobao dress that has an off-the-shoulder. There's removable sleeves that button on here that are very cute and drapey. And it's adorable. Maybe not my style. This is technically my partner's dress, but she's very cute. She has little flying bunnies on her. She's adorable. Being tall means jumping for every dress over 90 centimeters long. Felt. I definitely have some dresses that are, how should I put this? A little too short for certain friends who are quite a few inches taller than me. And when they borrow my clothes, they're like, can't wear that one, can't wear that one, can't wear that one. And I'm like very average. I'm 5'7". So I think most dresses will fit me, but I feel for my tall girlies. Girly is gender neutral, by the way. Anybody can be a girly. If that's something you're cool with, you can be a girly too. This Lady Sloth dress, which was one of my first Lady Sloth dresses. This one came at the same time as Very Berry Picnic, which is one of my favorite dresses ever. And this one, I sometimes have a hard time styling because I want to lean purple so badly, but it's such a unique indigo color. I tend to just wear the pink, yellow, and blue you see on the bows and accessories and accent colors. But it's very cute, and you can style it a lot of different ways because of all of the business we have going on here. Also very comfy. Lady Sloth dresses are super comfy. And there's shirring in the back of, I'm pretty sure, all of the Lady Sloth dresses that they make. The lace on the bottom is glittery too, which I love. This Tabot dress, I believe, is by Force Wardrobe. I did absolutely get a hot chocolate stain on it. I don't know if you can tell, but I haven't worn it since, and I'm scared to try to get the stain out. I have a Tide pen. I'm just scared. So I will, at some point, make a valiant attempt, and I thought about making a little short about how to get stains out of dresses if I'm successful, because, it's scary for me. I can't imagine how scary it is for other people. I don't know. I'm afraid of everything, to be honest. But this one's really cute. It has a sort of like corsety belty. I guess you could call that a waist cincher moment. But she's adorable. This one is also super comfy because it's that double-lined, very heavy fabric, which we've covered, that I love. Just so fun. I'm gonna grab another batch. If I can get these back in the closet. I do, in fact, have too many dresses for this giant closet. They cover both sides. I will at some point have to open that door to get dresses out. Oh. Not dropping stuff. Okay, that's a dress, that's a dress. This is a dress. Okay, this one is by Diamond Honey. I got her in Lace Market for 30 bucks. Matching wrist cuffs. She's pretty awesome. I got this specifically. This is a few months ago. Specifically for a Little Debbie cord for a junk food Lolita group, and it's actually super comfy. I can't say enough good things about Diamond Honey because I personally have had some good experiences with their dresses and things like that. But generally, that's good soup, and if you see it on Lace Market, maybe consider purchasing. How many Tabot brands recommendations for cotton dresses or blouses? I personally really like air freeing for my blouses. They don't make a ton of different products, but what they do make is really, really pretty. Let me grab my air freeing blouse that I love. So this blouse that I wear all the freaking time is air freeing. I bought this many years ago on Devil Inspired before I knew better, and it was like $80 on Devil Inspired. It is not $80 on Tabot. But air freeing is my favorite brand for blouses, personally. When it comes to cotton dresses, I don't have any Tabot brands to recommend, but look into the Black Ribbon, which is a, I believe, Missouri-based. It's US-based for sure. I think it's Missouri-based brand. And they make really pretty nice dresses. And I don't personally have any Black Ribbon dresses, but they are very pretty to look at, and I have heard good things about them. I believe I saw them at a con where I was modeling in the fashion show. I think it might have been Anime Boston. I'm not 100% sure, but they looked very pretty. This is one of the dresses that I got in my Pastel Fix Lolita Mystery Box video, and I'm saving it for a particular special occasion. There's a big project I'm working on this winter that I'm saving this dress for, but it is very cute. I like the pattern. She's versatile. This is a nice cottony dress too. Oh, and then we have Angelic Pretty. This is legit Angelic Pretty. I do not remember the name of the print. I think it's like Toy Parade, maybe? I don't 100% remember. This was given to Saturn by his best friend ever for his birthday a couple years ago. Super duper cute. Yeah, I love her. Also a Lace Market find, so don't sleep on Lace Market. My dresses are falling down, which happens. That's just a hanger life. Okay. This one, this one, this one. Okay, Eggley and Creations time. I have no idea. There are stains on this dress. Where are they? There they are. There are stains. I don't know how well you can see them. They're little brown stains. I don't know how this happened because I haven't actually gotten to wear this cord out except to D&D one time. And the stains happened after I wore it for filming and put it back in the closet. This has also happened to one of my blouses. So I have no idea what's going on. But this dress is so freaking cute and so freaking comfy. And if you ever have an opportunity to buy from Eggley Creations, I 100% endorse what they make because it's super sensory friendly. I love it. It's good stuff. Also, the headdress is really cute. The pom-poms. I can't get over the pom-poms. This dress, which I believe is by Alice Girl, I'm almost 100% sure is by Alice Girl, which is a Taobao brand. It's actually a budget Taobao brand. And I have a couple Alice Girl dresses, and I love Alice Girl. They're very good. So this one also came with a set of some matching accessories, and it's very, when you have all the accessories on, it's a mostly country with a little bit of a organized religion vibe. I don't know how else to say it, but very, very cute and also pretty comfy. Yeah, I like her. Too many buttons though, I will say. I'm not a huge fan of 1,000 buttons on my dresses. It is what it is. This dress, let me say before I pull it out, this dress has been through so much. I'm not from the US, but I'll check Air Freeing. Thank you. Yeah, Air Freeing for sure is my blouse recommendation on Taobao. 1000%. This dress that has been through so much. She has been worn to the Ren Fair multiple times. She has been worn for multiple princess parties. And she was pretty cheap. She is also from forever ago. At the same time that I got the dress that I'm wearing, also got this one. Saturn got them for me for my birthday or something. Very comfy, very soft, very, very cute, but I find that she is a little bit plain for me personally. I love either a stronger or a little bit more color in my dresses, and I have been playing with the idea of doing something about this dress, but she just has so many uses. I know, it seems kind of contradictory, but the Ren Fair cords that I've done where I like made a little hat that matches this and everything, now I'm like, well, I might as well keep her so I can wear her 1,000 more times. And Saturn will wear his pink Immortal Thorn set when I wear this dress too, so now I'm attached. But she's cute. She may not be 100% my type anymore now that I've kind of grown into my own style, because at the time that I got this dress, I hadn't really figured out what I liked yet. It was a couple years ago. So that's her. I don't remember her name, but she was definitely from Taobao because we got her on like my Lolita dress, I think. Okay. This is Saturn's dress. This is a Miss Point dress, which is also a Taobao brand. The blouse did not come with the dress. It's just with her because it's a cute cord. So she got hung up together. But there is also a fox beret that he tends to wear with this dress. It's super duper cute. This is another comfy one. I honestly just find that Taobao dresses are typically pretty comfy. I don't know why that is, but I've had the least issues with sensory when it comes to Taobao dresses or small US brands, personally. Yeah, this dress is super cute. Saturn's dress. Falling off the hanger, please. This Lady Sloth dress. This is Very Berry Picnic. I talked about her a couple minutes ago. This is my favorite Lady Sloth dress ever. This is one of my favorite dresses ever in my whole wardrobe. And she is very comfortable. She has a ton of back shirring. So, very easy to wear. I love the way she drapes. She's awesome. I could talk about this dress for a million years. I'll spare you. But I love her. She is my first Lady Sloth dress ever, and I plan to keep her for the rest of time. This was my first dress that I ever coordinated of my own. I never coordinated anyone else's either, but Strawberry Bow Knot JSK by Alice Girl. that budget Taobao brand I mentioned. She's so, so cute. There are so many ways to style her. I do find that I don't typically go for apron dresses. This is one of those rare apron dresses that I love the design of so much that I have to have her and I have to keep her. I love gingham. I love strawberries. Country Lolita was my favorite genre for a long time, a couple years actually, so she is near and dear to my heart. She also came in black and white, so if that's something that's interesting to you, she's totally worth it. I love this dress. Looks super cute on everybody. Well, if she comes in your size. That's my one gripe about Taobao, is that it's really hard to find dresses in plus sizes. There are some, like Doris Knight's a good brand for that, but it's difficult. Alright. We're getting to the point where I am halfway through the closet, and things are kind of in the middle between the two doors, and we're struggling, and that's okay. Let me fix myself up a little bit. Girl, you're a mess. There's that one. Dropping Angelic Pretty. Don't do that. Iris Jara, or Iris Garden. Iris Jara is their Instagram name. Iris Garden Hanoi is probably one of my favorite brands just because the designs are so freaking pretty. Like, look at her. And you can't tell on the live stream, but she's freaking sparkly. The fabric is sparkly. I can't love that any more than I already do. She came with a matching bonnet. Well, I paid for the matching bonnet. I will say that Iris Garden Hanoi dresses are some of the more expensive dresses that I have seen, but I would say they're worth it. My only gripe is with the invisible zipper, and I feel like that's just an invisible zipper problem. That's not an Iris Garden problem. The Miss Point dress is so cute. They do tailored too. I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Point does tailored garments as well. Some Taobao brands do custom garments, which is awesome, but I do not know for sure if Miss Point does. However, that would make me happy because Miss Point has really cute designs and they're not expensive. Miss Point is another brand I would suggest if you're looking for budget Lolita items. Miss Point's pretty good. There's this dress. Unfortunately, I don't remember the brand. Wait, it might say, actually. I'm pretty sure. No, it just says Sunflower, which is super awesome. But another Taobao dress that I don't remember the brand of. She's very cute. This belt has pearls on it, which are adorable. And I don't know, there's a lot of belt. There's like too much belt for this dress, okay? It's a lot. But she's pearls. She's very cute. This one has like the bubble shape. It has that fun hem on the bottom. So when you wear a hoop skirt underneath, it looks very bubbly and cute. Super sweet country vibe. This is one of my prized possessions. I'm once again stuck to my sleeve. There we go. This is one of my prized possessions. I went to the San Francisco Angelic Pretty store. I was very lucky to have the opportunity to do so last summer. And I bought the, Dreamy Moon Cakes. Dreamy Night Cakes? Dreamy Something Cakes. This dress and the matching head bow. I tried on a bunch of dresses and they were super duper helpful in the store. So, if you have the chance to go to the San Francisco Angelic Pretty store, I recommend it. Even if you don't want to buy anything, it can be a fun experience to look. They also have Harajuku hearts there, so they do have some stuff that's less expensive. I won't lie, this was an expensive freaking dress. Like, ouch. But to me, it was worth it because I have worn this dress a bunch of times, and I will continue to wear this dress a bunch of times. And, you know, it's Angelic Pretty, so if I needed to, I could always resell on Lace Market for a reasonable price. I don't personally believe in price gouging. That's just my humble opinion. Okay, I will show this one off before we go to the other side of the closet, which might get a little dicey. But this one is Alice and the Pirates. This is the only Alice and the Pirates dress that both Saturn and I own. Our friend, so Ren, who was in my Best Friend Styles My Lolita Cord video, Ren enjoys buying Lucky Packs. And Ren had gone to the Baby the Star Shine Bright store, which is the store I wanted to go to in San Francisco, but their hours are not as inclusive as Angelic Pretty's, so I didn't have the chance to. So Ren went to the Baby the Star Shine Bright store and brought some stuff back, and this was offered for me to purchase for Saturn's birthday, so I did that for him. And it's really cute, not size inclusive. I was like, Alice and the Pirates dress in a size 1 is not going to fit most people. but it will fit Saturn. Yeah, it's so freaking cute. I will say, it's expensive. Alice and the Pirates is just one of those brands, but she's very pretty. And they have really cute OG stuff too, which I appreciate, because that's hard to find when it comes to mainline brands. OG is not as capitalized upon as maybe it should be. Okay, I'm gonna open this other door and things might get a little interesting. Okay, now you get to see my umbrella and petticoat and hoop. There's a lot going on here. Don't even worry about it. And I'm going to... I picked the two heaviest dresses in the whole freaking closet to pick up at the same time. So, this one is one of the first dresses I ever got for Saturn. There's a lot of wrist cuff action and stuff going on at the top here. But it basically has a big old cattail that's all wrapped up in there, and it's a very comfortably aero dress. He said it was pretty comfy. We wore it to an arcade meetup. He wore it to an arcade meetup. We were there, and it was very, very cute. Another really short one though, so sorry, tall girlies. It also came with a like a choker that you probably can't see, but that's what's jingling, and the wrist cuffs have bells on them too. She's very, very cute. And then this one, sorry, there's a cape. There's a lot of cape happening here. This one, I do not remember the brand, but it is from Taobao as well. The cape is part of the set, so it intentionally matches the dress. It was expensive, but it's worth it because sometimes it makes wearing cords in the winter a little bit easier. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Yeah, a lot. There's some random stuff back here too. I have like corsets hung up on a random hanger. Have you ever bought Lucky Packs from Taobao? If yes, do you think they're worth it? I have not, but I actually have plans to do a video where I buy a bunch of different Lucky Packs from Taobao to see what all the hype is about, if they're worth it, what sellers might be more worth it than others, that sort of thing. I'm interested in doing that. I have not personally bought any Lolita Lucky Packs ever, but it is the kind of thing that I am interested in general. It's just that I have a hard time justifying doing that with big brands because you're spending a lot of money on potentially stuff you don't even like. So that is what it is. But when it comes to Taobao, I feel like it's more doable because you're not spending nearly as much money, and maybe you'll get something you like and maybe something you'll not, but either way, you're still getting something out of it, and then it is what it is. But I feel more safe doing that with Taobao. It just feels more justifiable to me. Although no shade to people who want to do that with big brands. It's just not necessarily my thing. This dress is really, really pretty. It is kind of aero. That's just kind of the style that Saturn leans into because it makes him feel good about himself. So why not? Not quite as short though as the other ones. It's just more revealing in the top area. But with the cape and everything, it kind of balances out. This one's really cute. I will say the bows kind of be falling apart. And he's worn it, I think, twice, maybe 3 times. I think he's worn it twice. And we get really good reactions when we go out in public with this dress, but it is a little revealing, scandalous, perhaps. Got really lucky with the Onegaishi Shop Lucky Pack. Ooh, a full cord. I gotta try that. Yeah, I would love to share some of the Taobao Lucky Packs because I feel like it's a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what kinds of Lolita items you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to like any of them. So I think it would be nice to kind of figure out what kind of sellers do what kind of items in their Lucky Packs and what the aesthetic they're going for is and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's useful. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm getting stuck on everything, which is crazy. So we're getting into the dresses that have to be hung like this because they are either fully or mostly shirred, and they are, at this point, fairly old. I apologize if I don't remember exactly which brands are which with these dresses because there's some Meta, there's some Baby, and I'm not necessarily 100% sure if the tag doesn't say. Who are you? You're Baby the Stars Shine Bright. This is an old school dress. This is the front, and this is the back. However much my heart may have disagreed when I first witnessed this dress, I definitely felt like this was the front, but it is not. This is the front. The full shirring just makes it so freaking comfy. This dress is a lot of fun to wear, and it's very easy to style because it's pretty simple. So definitely recommend this sort of dress for beginners if you can afford a baby. I mean, check out Lace Market, there's baby everywhere. So, something to think about. But if you have full shirring dresses, especially if the sleeves are fully shirred too, hang them up like this so that they don't get stretched out. And that is dress care. So there's that one. This one is my favorite of the dresses I'm currently showing off. I believe she's Meta. Who are you? Reveal your identity to me. She doesn't have a tag. I am going to assume that she's Meta. She might be baby. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So she has little heart buttons. I love her. I tend to lean lovecore with my regular outfits sometimes. I just love the lovecore vibe. So I saw her and I was like, I kind of need that. This is another full shirring dress. She's very, very comfy. She is very, very cute. And her, I don't know if you can tell, but the fabric, it's kind of giving, it's not the roughness of denim, but it has like a little bit of a denim look to it. And I find that very interesting when combined with other textures. So I like her. She's one of my favorites for sure. I've only worn her twice, I think. I wore her to the Dyke March in Boston this year, and that was fun. Okay, we've got 3 legit dresses left, and then I have a bunch of random stuff that I may or may not bore you with, and then we can go through blouses and accessories if you guys care about that sort of thing. Just let me know. This one is Saturn's dress. What are you? Which brand are you? Angelic Pretty. I still have the tag from the swap meet on this one, so I could actually tell you what dress this is. She came with a matching headbow, of course. This is Angelic Pretty Precocious Tiered JSK Strawberry Floral. And she's very cute. And very comfy, obviously, with the full shirring. Pretty heavy, which is nice sometimes. Not necessarily my colors, but Saturn loves this light blue. It is right up his alley. I've seen some lucky packs of dresses, like 2 random dresses, never bought, but I wonder if it could be a good way to start out. I would say yes, especially if you're not sure what style is right for you or you want to go with. I think lucky packs are definitely not a bad way to kind of get your closet started, depending on the price point and how much you're willing to gamble with, per se. I personally would buy Taobao lucky packs to start out if I had no idea what I was going for. I spent many, many hours scrolling before deciding which dresses to buy my first time around. So, if you don't want to spend many, many hours scrolling figuring out which dresses you want to buy, that's not a bad idea. I will say also, at that time, I was scrolling through like the devil-inspired clearance section and stuff like that. So, definitely depends on who you are and what you're into. Yeah. So, did you guys know that this kind of hair accessory is called a maxi pad in some designer circles? I found that out the fun way. This dress, I put so much work into figuring out which dress this was and what brand it came from. Regrettably, I do not remember, but it is actually very, very cute. It has harps and bird cages and hummingbirds? I think those are hummingbirds. But she's got cute lace up here going on. Another Taobao dress. She's got shirring in the back. She's pretty comfy. She's kind of thin, so definitely not the kind of dress you want to wear in cold weather, but very cute. And then this one is my favorite old school dress. like ever in the whole world. The colors don't really show that well on the stream, but she's green and she's blue. It's like a plaid moment, tartan, you could say. And I believe this one's baby. Are you baby? Yes, you're baby. She's super duper comfy. I wore her for my 72 hours in Lolita video, and I would happily wear her for the entire 72 hours. She is very warm though. Like, I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but it is probably cotton, and she is pretty high quality and pretty thick, and I don't think I'd recommend wearing her in the summer, because that would be a lot. Rectangle headdress. I've seen it called a variety of things, which I think is probably why it sometimes gets called a maxi pad. And they don't always come in this specific shape either, but this was very common in old school cords, this shape of hair accessory. So maybe it was called something specific back then that's been lost to time. I don't know. But I know that sometimes they're called maxi pads, sometimes they're just called headdresses. I think if you said rectangle headdress, I would understand what you mean, but I don't know what the official word for it would be. The official term, you could say. Oop. Gotta hang this bad boy back up. Is there any interest in seeing blouses and things? A lot of my blouses are thrifted, actually. I have some fancy ones like the airframe blouse, but a lot of them are thrifted. I do also have some dresses that have left my wardrobe because, like I said earlier, they're going to CCE to get swapped/sold this upcoming weekend. Yes, blouses. Okay. Before blouses, I think it's fun to see. So this is the bonnet that came with the Iris Garden Hinuli dress. It was probably like $80 or I don't remember exactly, $80 or $90 for the bonnet, but it does elevate the coordinate quite a bit. Accessories, yeah. So this is my favorite bonnet that I've ever had. We've had a couple other ones that were like older, smaller, flimsier, but I think this like structured type with the extra veil, this is removable, by the way, so if you don't want this all up in your business, then you don't have to. Generally, I just think it's awesome. There are clips and also the ribbon, which is great because if you want one or the other, you could choose, but I like to do both because I tend to speak with my whole body, so I kind of need the extra structure and stability. But I love this freaking bonnet. If you want to get a bonnet from Iris Garden, totally recommend. This was, I think 2 years ago I got this dress. The dress that came with the bonnet. So 100% approve. I love her. I also have a lot of dresses and skirts that I am intending to upcycle. If you watched my Lolita thrift flop video, you'll know that I didn't have time to do all the things I wanted to do, and also I had no idea what I was doing. But I'm hoping to change that and upcycle some thrifted items. And I think it'll be very fun and also challenging and maybe a little scary, but why not? I'm going to close this door really quick. And then we'll get into the accessories and the blouses and things like that. Oh, I got this tiny little umbrella at, I think it's called Vamp Fangs in Salem, Massachusetts. And I mean, I know this is pretty typical. Like, you can probably get these in a lot of different places, but a little cheap umbrella like this will do a lot to elevate a cord if you're looking for like an easy, fun accessory. I have some other umbrellas too. I have the white Baby the Stars Shine Bright umbrella, and I have a purple parasol with like fun ruffles on it that I got at a steampunk festival I go to every year. So umbrellas are cool. I like them. I love upcycling, but agree with the challenge and scary. Absolutely. I find the sewing machine low-key terrifying, and it used to be a noise issue, and now it's just intimidating as heck. And it's not like I haven't sewed before. But oh my goodness, it is scary, the idea of sewing again. Bonnets are your favorite headwear. eBay? Huh. I have never bought Lolita anything from eBay. Although, definitely there's stuff on there that's legit. Just like, I mean, Etsy has all sorts of everything nowadays. So, you can definitely find legit stuff in a lot of unexpected places. Oh, hi Sucrose! Welcome into the chat. We are going to look at blouses, and then I'll pull down accessories to look, and we can browse. I have a lot of blouses. Some of them for specific coordinates or even cosplays that I dual purpose for both hobbies, and some that I've thrifted and some that I've purchased for whatever reason. This one, I think I thrifted, and it's just become so useful for both cosplay and Lolita. The main idea here is the fun little neckline. I won't lie, I love a freaking turtleneck. So, this is almost a turtleneck, which means I love it. And also super comfy. I love the way it flows. Yay! Yeah, thank you. This is one of my favorite dresses ever to wear. I've said that a couple times, but I'm in love with it. And then this one, okay, this was an Amazon blouse that I bought for my Howl Pendragon cosplay many years ago. And I very rarely have the chance to wear it with Lolita because it's got the V-neck, and I don't find that meshes with a lot of dresses well. But I am waiting for my opportunity to do a really cute cord with this little blouse with the cute embroidery on top. It's adorable. This one, I sewed ribbon onto for a specific cosplay, but it's cute with specifically that black and white old school dress I showed off a couple minutes ago. In general, she's very cute. She, like this other one I showed off, they're very, very similar, but sometimes you don't want black ribbon with your dress, so she has multiple purposes. This, oh my gosh, I've had this blouse for 1,000 years. Turtleneck, mock neck. No, turtleneck and mock neck can be really rough, especially if you don't have a lot of dresses. It's hard to find something with the right neck combo if you're going to try a very adventurous blouse. Looking into buying your third Lolita dress in the next month or so. Oh, that's very exciting. Do you have a brand in mind? Or a category, a genre? What colors do you like? I thrifted this blouse 7,000 bajillion years ago, and we have worn it over and over and over again for both Lolita and cosplay. So just something very simple like this, when you're not looking to put a lot of effort into a cord, I just shut my brain off, I pull this out of the closet, I throw it on. It works out great. Okay, this was one of my first blouses ever. Pink, princess, or classic. Oh, Hime is one of my favorite genres. It's so pretty. I really can't get enough of Princess Lolita. And pink, you have so many options. That's a good way to go, I think. I bought this blouse when I bought that first shipment, when my strawberry dress and Miss Tasha came in. There is a stain, which makes her kind of tough to wear at times. I don't know if you can see it, but she's right there. It looks like foundation, like maybe Saturn laid on me or something and I got foundation on it. I don't know what happened. It's been there for a long time. Once again, I'm scared of using a Tide pen on my stuff, and I've washed it since and it just didn't like fully come out, so I should really get on that Tide pen attempt. But as it stands, she goes well with JSKs. I can't really wear her with skirts, but she's super cute. And I love the poofy sleeves. I'm a sucker for poofy sleeves. A dramatic sleeve, especially. I love my dramatic sleeves. Very long no-buy. 67 main pieces. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think that's plenty to keep you going for a little while. And even then, you know, if you're going on no-buy, then that gives you time to kind of accumulate the stuff you do want to get. I love window shopping. I won't lie, I'm a sucker for window shopping, so that would be kind of fun, in my opinion. OxiClean and soak. Yeah, I'm so scared to use chemicals, that's my thing. Obviously, that's like the way to get it clean is you use soap, or OxiClean, or a Tide pen. But I'm intimidated. OxiClean and soap, though, I will definitely try, especially with a white blouse like this. Like, it's harder to go wrong. You're not supposed to worry about colors bleeding or anything, so I will give that an attempt. On the plus side, what I'm saving for is a wedding. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Saturn and I are trying to get married next year, so I definitely get that. We're going to a lot less cons next year, just because we want to save money for more important things. Rip abandoned carts of window shoppers. Bro, don't even get me started. Okay, I will go through a whole website. I will spend hours on one website and add like 50 items to my cart and then close the window. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Blouses are hard. Anytime I find one that I like that fits, I get in multiple colors. There's a blouse from Mint Limit. I don't know the brand Mint Limit. Is that a Taobao brand? Has a nice collar, but relatively plain sleeves. See, sometimes the collar is the key, though. Especially if you have a dress that has enough going on down here, but not up here. The collar is the important part. So, I love a dramatic sleeve, but sometimes a dramatic sleeve isn't the answer. OxiClean is super gentle. I worked great on an old Meta dress. Now that's reassuring, and I like that. I appreciate that advice. I will definitely try OxiClean. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm super duper excited. We're going for a very fun, like, dark fantasy. If you've seen the movie Labyrinth, that's kind of the vibe we're going for. So, looking at some cute venues and stuff, I'm excited. Woo! This blouse I specifically bought for it was a specific cosplay from a certain game that I like, and it has become very useful for, like, OG. Saturn will wear it sometimes with little OG cords. It has cute sleeves mostly, and some stuff going on down here with the hem. It's adorable. It has a little bit of lace. I like it. It fits really well, and it's slightly stretchy, so it's really comfy. Not just a speck. Clear stain. Oh, Puracy free and clear stain remover. It has removed blood. Okay, that's also good to know. So OxiClean and Puracy, and not just a speck. Yeah, that's awesome, because I definitely don't want to ruin any of my stuff. This came with a skirt that was bought forever and ever ago. It's Saturn's. It just kind of lives in our closet. No one's worn this in a really long time. I think it's just kind of an awkward color. It's not often that things are this cream when it comes to buying dresses. Like, I don't know. I don't specifically look for cream. So I have a lot of stark or slightly off-white, but not a lot of stuff this yellowish. And then, of course, air freeing. I showed off this blouse a little bit already because somebody asked for a Taobao brand recommendation. My favorite Taobao brand for blouses. They have some really awesome, pretty designs like this one, of course. And I wear this blouse all the time. Even if I shouldn't be able to get away with it, I will pair it with dresses that are not necessarily the right white tone. I'll just wear it anyway. I don't care. I'm obsessed. Definitely going to need to buy more this year. Yeah, honestly. It can be wild. Let me just... boop. Move that. Alright, grab more blouses. That is the plan. Here we go. I do color coordinate my blouses, by the way. I have stark white on this side, and then as you go closer to the wall, it goes all the way to black and white patterns. So it's like white, and then we go to yellow, and then we have the rainbow, and then we have like black, and then harlequin and stuff like that. This is a Gun Sachs blouse that I don't remember if I got it at like the swap shop / free cycle type place, or if I thrifted it. But it has a stain on it that I will be removing. It's not super noticeable on camera. That's a relief, because sometimes I do wear it for videos. Rarely, but I do. It's another one of those blouses that has a weird kind of like V-neck collar situation, so it's hard to pair it with dresses. But I used to do a lot of like steampunk pirate fits, and I would wear this all the freaking time. It looks awesome under a corset. I will say that much. It's got cute beading at the top. I don't think it used to be this cream colored when it was first made, at least, but she's old. She's very old. I love this blouse. It's hard to wear her, though. This is also Alice Girl. I believe it's called When Camellia Blooms, I think. This is super comfy. It is a little bit of a weird off-white. You can't really tell in the stream right now, but she's adorable. For cleaning, a friend recommended a type of laundry. Sorry, I dropped ya. Hope that wasn't too scary. Laundry soap that comes in bar form. It's called a Linda bar. It's great for applying to spots or lathering an entire piece. You have not neglected your blouse game. Cardinal sin of Lolitas. I just have such a variety of dresses in my wardrobe. I think what happens a lot... Oh, welcome, Pluto. Thanks for joining us. I think what happens a lot is that the blouses tend to be neglected because the dresses are so expensive, and a lot of people have a certain style of dress in their wardrobe too. Like, say you have a mint chocolate wardrobe, you're not going to be able to buy all that many blouses. Although I will say I have probably more than I need. I have been thinking about downsizing my blouse collection a little bit, but also they don't take up a lot of room, so I don't feel too bad about having a big collection of them. You can make cloth wider by exposing it to the sun. So like sun bleaching. Yeah, probably. Although I worry about this very, very old blouse getting damaged, I think, is my main concern. But what do I know? Maybe sun bleaching is the answer. Definitely afraid of falling. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to drop you. It was inevitable at some point. My nicest piece of Lolita is my Metamorphose pink shirred blouse with the swan brooch. I haven't seen that one. I have to look that up. Metamorphose pink shirred with the swan brooch. That sounds really cute. And my partner loves birds, so swan brooch sounds pretty nice to me. So this one's really cute. It's good for the summer. I like to wear this with my strawberry dress with a little tiny undershirt underneath, because that's an apron dress. And this does not cover much either, so I need a little something. But I find it's really, really cute for country Lolita. And probably would look good for Hime as well. But I like her. She's comfy. Oh, I would love to hear what the name of it is. That would be awesome. This blouse I just got from Belladonna. So an issue that I have sometimes with garments that I buy online is that the arms don't fit me. I have a weird combination for my build, is like a combo of different builds. So arms can be rough, pants can be rough. So this blouse, I'm very lucky that it fit me, but apparently they were having issues where no one was fitting into these blouses that they got because they're from Taobao and they're little itty bitty arms. I guess they're not as stretchy as they thought they would be. So they actually gifted me this blouse after I modeled it for them at Teco, and they were like, just bring it to Otakon and you're good. And so I wore it at Teco and Otakon with my dress. And it's actually really cute and comfy, I personally think. It is kind of a weird, it's not quite a cream. It's not quite off-white. It's a little bit of a, almost beige, honestly. It's slightly darker than all my other white blouses. Nostalgic, whoa, what a crazy name. Nostalgic Tromare is the blouse. That's a fun name. I like that. They weren't sleeping on that name. I actually have to fix this blouse because it's old, it's thrifted, and my button loops have broken. I can fix that. I just have to actually get to it, which is hard. The mending pile is growing and growing. Love the hangers. These hangers I got from Amazon ages ago. They weren't that expensive back then, but they come in like packs of 25, I think, and I bought 50 of them. So they hold pretty much everything in my Lolita collection, and I have had a couple spares that are just like sitting elsewhere until I need them. But yeah, these hangers are super cute. They also have cloud ones that I wanted to get because we have a little clothes rack in our room, which is like a blue and white theme. So I wanted to get the ones that are clouds too. They're really cute. Easy fix. Oh yeah. And also sewing a button back on. Sometimes I do that just for fun because I don't trust buttons. If I thrift something or if I buy something from like a cheaper place online, I will probably sew the buttons on just to strengthen them because I don't trust them not to pop off when I don't have the opportunity to fix them. But this is another one that's really comfy. I thrifted this at Goodwill. It was like $5. And it's a little bit stretchy. It's a nice light fabric, but not too light. And it's very comfy. It's got that turtleneck vibe that I love. Let's grab a couple more. We're getting into the colors now. Uh-oh. I'm dropping stuff. If you were here earlier when I showed off that Miss Point Fox dress, I had a yellow fuzzy blouse in there. Oh, it's actually right here. You can see it. So this blouse is really soft, really freaking warm, okay? It's so warm. Don't wear it in the summer. You'll sweat to death. I need to relearn how to sew buttons. I prefer hand sewing if I can at all help it. I find hand sewing to be actually kind of relaxing, but I do have wrist issues, so I can't do it forever. But I definitely prefer to hand sew. This blouse, which is, Sakurada Fawn. This blouse is by Sakurada Fawn, and it is actually pretty comfy. It has little heart buttons. I love the heart buttons. And this is just really fun to wear. It's got a cute vibe. I don't know. This is one of my favorites, I think. Of my color blouses, this is definitely one of my favorites. This one I thrifted when I didn't have any other pink blouses, and I kind of just needed a pink blouse in my life, in my wardrobe, and it is very comfy. But I have since outgrown her, and she will probably move on to a new home soon. But she's cute. I recently thrifted this one, which is a lot more classic. Like the other one was kind of casual. This one is a lot more like classic, probably sweet. It's got vibes. And it has a little like gold thing on the neck here, which you can tie around. It's very cute. It is pretty comfy. I wore it, gosh, I don't know what dress it was with. I wore it once and I liked it. It's got that nice poofy sleeve. Not too poofy, but a little bit poofy. I like a little bit of a poof. It's got roses. I don't know if you can actually tell. Maybe you can tell like that. It's very rose patterned. More colors. Oh boy. Okay. Lavender. I'm a little lavender guy. I love lavender. If you've seen my Angelic Pretty cord, my Saturn got me an Angelic Pretty jacket off, I think it was like Depop or Mercari. We just found it secondhand and he got it for me for my birthday and it's freaking awesome. And it matches perfectly that dress I got at the San Francisco Angelic Pretty store, which is Dreaming Moon Cakes or Night Cakes or whatever. And it's like the exact lavender color. So I'm a little lavender guy. I love my little lavender stuff. Periwinkle is my favorite color. However, lavender is as close as I can get most of the time. So I have this one, which is kind of hard to style because it's very like knightly, princely with a silhouette. So it's hard for me to pair it with things sometimes. Ren styled this with my Angelic Pretty skirt, which is somewhere. I'm actually not sure where it is right now. But I have Crystal Dream Carnival in pink, the Angelic Pretty skirt. And this paired with that is so freaking cute. So I do have to legit wear that as a cord at some point to a tea party or something. Love this blouse. She can be difficult. And she has a kind of a floral pattern going on. She's shiny. I love her. This blouse is a little bit easier to wear. It's got cathedral collar, which I love. Lots of pretty embroidery, but she's a little more casual. She's not as much of a statement piece, but she's still very, very pretty. And I find it hard to rationalize keeping both of these, but they're so different even though they're both lavender. I think the answer is just to buy another lavender dress that I can wear them with. I think that's the answer. Making you want to buy? Go thrifting. Go thrifting. That's the answer. The answer is to go thrifting and buy a bunch of blouses. This is not technically a blouse, but let me explain. So this is totally a bodysuit. I got this at the thrift store. Oh gosh, the tag's still on. It was half off, so it was $8. And I was like, you know what? That'd be a really, really cute arrow blouse. So I'm waiting for my opportunity to get a very cute skirt that I can pair this with, and I can make a whole cute arrow cord. I have thoughts. But she's very cute. She has not had her time to shine yet, but she's velvet, and I honestly can't resist velvet. So I blame the thrift store. It's the thrift store's fault. Okay, these are the last of the colors until we get to black and patterns. Here's another, oh my gosh, my purple section continues. Yes, I hope you score big too. I actually did find Lolita when I was in Singapore in July. I found I think it was Baby the Stars Shine Bright dress hung up on the wall in a secondhand store. And it was one of those curated thrift stores, not like Goodwill, but still, I thought that was pretty cool. And I also did find so much, I think it was Access Femme in one of those curated thrift shops too. And I actually bought one or two of them and brought them home with me because I was like, well, I'm never going to find this stuff for this cheap in the US. I don't live in an area where we have big fancy thrift stores. We have Goodwill and Savers, and that's pretty much it. But still, it's worth going and taking a look. I will go to the blouse section, and I will look at every single one if I'm just lackadaisically going about my day, and I find it fun. I like it. I have this one, which is a little more like formal. She's very cute, obviously meant to be worn with a JSK, and I like her stripes. I like her shine. She's adorable. I haven't had a chance to wear her yet, but I just got her recently, so it is what it is. This one is Unique Vintage. I got it at, gosh, what's it called? It's a store in Salem, Massachusetts that sells a bunch of different brands that I can't remember the name of right now. It's in my short that I made about shopping in Salem. Might go to Savers. Savers, here at least, we have a pretty like small-ish Goodwill, and then Savers is a lot bigger, but honestly most of my finds are at Goodwill. I don't know why that is, but I have the best luck at Goodwill. That blouse looks nice. Oh, this one. I don't have a lot in my wardrobe that is the right color palette to wear this blouse with, but I'm waiting to maybe get like a Kuro dress that I can wear it with because it's so freaking cute. It's got little ruffly sleeves. Also, I'm a sucker for sheer and little like black velvet moment. That's just me though. This dress I also thrifted very recently, and I have no idea how I'm going to style it. She's a little difficult. She's very floral, and once again has that turtleneck vibe that we know I like. But like the blue and the magenta are very specific shades of blue and magenta inside the gray, so I have no idea how I'm going to style this one. I'm cooking though. I'm cooking on it. I just don't have a dress that it goes with yet, I don't think. Unless there's some dress in there that I just haven't thought to combine it with, but I haven't figured this one out yet. I'm sleeping, I guess, because she's staying in the closet. Okay, we're almost at the end of the blouses, and then I will dig through some accessory bins for y'all. This one is very similar to the unique vintage one I just showed you. It's got a little ruffly sleeve. She's sheer. She's a little more cropped than that one, although they're both pretty cropped. I find this one, this is Foxblood. I actually think I got it at the same store, at the same alternative fashion store. Yeah, I am. There aren't that many people around here, although there are a bunch of Lolita comms in this area, so that's cool. This is one of my favorite blouses to wear in the summer. She's like nice and light, breathable. I love it, especially with a JSK that has like an overlayer, and then she's multi-purposeful. You ever gonna get a chocolate piece? I actually got one in the Pastel Fix Mystery Lolita box video, and I liked it more than I thought I would. I was not convinced about chocolate and mint chocolate, and then I tried it on and I was like, this is really cute, actually. It wasn't my size, so I'm not keeping it, but I did really like it, and I have been more and more interested in like mint chocolate and mint greens with the brown. I'm looking into it, actually. I have a mint dress coming in soon, so might pair it with a little brown blouse and see what happens. Yeah, it was so cute. I definitely was not looking forward to that dress the most. And then I tried it on and I was like, oh my gosh, wait guys, this is awesome. Oh, I love that dress. But she is going to go to a wonderful home with someone who she fits. Your friend made a headpiece out of fake chocolates. That's so cute. I want to try making my own Lolita headpieces really bad. I've been saving little things here and there that I find for a video in the future where I experiment with some headbands and hair clips and stuff. This is Saturn's blouse we got at a swap meet. It is so freaking cute. I love this blouse. It's got the lace, it's got the poofy sleeves, it's got this ribbon that can become like a halter neck moment with a little pearl at the end. This is just a really cute blouse. It's also super comfy. He loves to wear this one. If you have the ribbons and stuff for the back, it does cinch, which is awesome. He loves a little blouse that cinches, so this one was totally a win. We got this for pretty cheap. I'm gonna gas up swap meets so much in the future because we've been to a couple this year and they're so awesome. I'm loving swap meets. They are, oh, don't sleep on swap meets for sure. This was one of my first blouses, actually. This is a Taobao blouse. It looks like it says Lolita is the brand. I got it through a reseller at the time though, so I don't actually know where it came from. I know it was Taobao. This one is super fancy and it has like a little ascot that buttons up in the front here, and it has a little bit of a dramatic sleeve going on, and it has gold. And she's perfect. I love her. I know the lighting's getting a little weird. I apologize. It'll be over soon. Don't worry. But this is one of my favorite blouses, and it's nice and heavy. It's a little bit thick. It's really nice to wear in the winter, and just generally makes me feel nice and secure. So I love her. Okay, final blouses, and then it's accessory time. So, this stripy one, she's hard to style, I'm not gonna lie. If I had more Kuro, which I'm really, really interested in Shiro Lolita, so Kuro Lolita I think will inevitably come in the same wave into my wardrobe. She's really hard to style. I do love her, and I want to style her more. But girl, stripes are difficult unless you have something that just happens to work. So waiting for a Kuro item to come into my life, and then I'll probably wear this a lot more. I think this ended up in one of my randomizer shorts with my strawberry dress, and surprisingly, I didn't hate it. So she will have her time to shine. Beetlejuice cord. Oh wait, you're actually so right. I've never thought about doing a Beetlejuice cosplay or anything like that, but the blouse and that wig would be awesome. I actually do love that green color. It's very fun. This is another super dramatic. Look at the sleeve. Look at that sleeve moment. Super dramatic blouse. It doesn't quite fit me right, which is a shame, but I can wear it with JSKs and stuff like that, so I love this one. It is so fun. This is another Taobao blouse. Do you have a brand name? No. No tag, so we must guess. She's fun. I love her. Also very comfy. She's that same fabric that the other super fun blouse is. This one, I believe, is another one that we got from we swapped with a friend. She has heart-shaped buttons, she has a lacy collar, she's got ruffles, she's got poofy sleeves. There's OG shorts hiding on this hanger as well. Love the sleeves. On the super dramatic one, yeah, I am a sucker for a dramatic sleeve moment. I am eyeing dresses and blouses on Taobao that have the big fun hime sleeves and the gothic drapey sleeves all the time. They are one of my favorite things to look at, and one of my favorite things to wear, although harder to come by than you might imagine. You definitely don't get the dramatic sleeves at the thrift store very often. This is the bow that goes on the front of the blouse. This is, I believe, Lady Sloth. I think it says Lady Sloth. Yeah, this is a Lady Sloth blouse. It is a nice, like, stretchy fabric. It is just the tiniest bit see-through, so it doesn't really matter what you wear underneath. Just like any fabric is going to be a little bit see-through when it's white, but it's really not bad at all. It's shirred in the back, which is great because it will fit a variety of people. And it does have a little bit of a poofy sleeve action. This is Saturn's favorite blouse ever. I will say that much. Okay. My accessories live in the top of my closet. You can see the little bins up there. So I actually have a label maker, and I've labeled them. And I start left to right, so I'll go like head accessories over here, and then arms and legs, and then other stuff is at the end here. Some of this I bought separately. Some of this particular bin came with other dresses and things like that. So let's see what we've got. This is probably going to be a... Yes, this is what I will have to do. This is, I bought separately, but I'm imagining it would be really cute with an OG cord. I want Saturn to do like a Mad Hatter type vibe with his Harlequin blouse that I just showed off. And this little hat. It's so cute. It has danglies. I just think it's freaking adorable. Also, that's a carousel horse right there. And we love circus in this house. You're going to see some random like bubbos and stuff. This goes with a random dress. Like sometimes you just end up with accessories that you don't really know what to do with, and maybe it ends up matching a dress that you have, and maybe it is entirely random. But Saturn wears this with one of the other dresses that we have sometimes, so we hang on to it. This is the veil that came with that country dress I showed off earlier. It's so cute. It's adorable. I love a veil. I know veils are not for everybody, but I actually have a couple in here, and I find them freaking adorable and fun to wear. It makes me feel like a princess. I can't really complain. Yet another one of those accessories that gets worn with our dresses sometimes that doesn't necessarily go with anything in particular. Oh, this goes with the little hat. This also has the little Mad Hatter. This has the rabbit, sorry. The rabbit and a little playing card and a little key. So you know what the vibe is. I have a skirt that I want to wear for like an Alice in Wonderland cord that I haven't been adventurous enough to actually style like that yet. But we will get there, and I will make him do a matching OG cord. This is like the waist accessory for that dress. All of the accessories are the same freaking color, which makes it very easy to find when I'm digging through my piles of stuff. Yeah, I got some random bows, head bows. Like this is for Whirling Tiger Circus. I do find that, and some people may disagree with me, generally I don't like headbands because I have glasses and things can get a little dicey. I got a headache. But when it comes to head bows, I actually find that I prefer a headband just because I think it stays on more easily. Although generally I'm not a huge fan of the little clips where you have to put it on your head and then scoot it and then clip it, because it can just be hard to get in there, honestly. And then when you take it off, it's difficult. So I don't know. I don't like headbands, but I prefer them when it comes to head bows. Here's another one. This went with one of the circus dresses I showed off earlier. It's cute. Kind of adorable. One of those headbands that comes out, which can be great for putting other bows and stuff on it when you want a headband for another dress. I like to mess around with my accessories a little bit. Although I have learned that from other people, because I am the kind of person who can fall into the going by the book thing. Like, I'll wear dresses with whatever they came with, and Saturn and Ren will just like pull things out of the closet and slap them together, which I think is super cool. Yes, indeed, for sure. I'm gonna throw this one up on top and then we'll pull out another bin. Woohoo! This is my arms and legs bin, so like wrist cuffs and stuff like that, leg warmers. Who knows Danny Puppeteer? Can we get a hell yeah in the chat? Saturn just wore these for the first time today. They're little like circusy popcorn socks. They are super comfy, super soft. Hashtag not sponsored. I just like Dandy Puppeteer and I think they're neat. So this is awesome. He just wore these with his new circus dress that I showed off at the beginning of the live stream. But if you are considering getting socks from Dandy Puppeteer, hell yeah. 100% go for it. They're awesome. Let's see these leg warmers. I've only gotten to wear these a couple times, but they're really cute. Love these leg warmers. Leg warmers with Lolita is an underutilized option. Saturn does it a lot. I've done it a couple times. Using the bins to put my head accessories away. Yeah, I honestly wish they were a little more visible. And I will say specifically the hair accessory bin is a little extra full. But I like the bins. If you can, as long as you can lift your arms up that high, I think the bins are a really awesome option because it keeps things out of the way, but everything is still in order and it's where you can find it. It's super easy to just throw something back in the bin when I'm done, so I like it. It works well for me. Don't judge me for my giant bag of gloves, which are not separated by pair, so when I need a pair, I just kind of have to dig until I find them. These are Jessica Rabbit gloves. Don't mind those. That's not related at all to this. This is a pair I like to wear a lot. I have a lot of gloves like this that are sheer with a little bit of lace or a bow. This is a pair that I love to wear with my black blouses and stuff. I cannot recommend enough getting at least one pair of white gloves and one pair of black gloves. Because when you need a pair of gloves, like you don't have wrist cuffs or you don't have jewelry and you just want a little something, gloves are freaking awesome. And you can just wear them for pictures and take them off. Especially sheer ones will work with your phone too. So, I love gloves. I think they're awesome. Oh, you can see I have my little, these little arm sleeves on here. I originally got them for covering up my tattoos for princess parties, and they have just become part of my Lolita wardrobe when I don't want or I can't find a wrist cuff or a glove and I just want a little bit of coverage. I like these. Glove balls. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you totally could do glove balls to keep them in pairs. I've just been lazy and I have a Ziploc bag full of them for some reason. I'm very silly like that. I have the most cursed pair of wrist cuffs you've ever seen in your life. These are technically circusy. It's literally just tulle with a tiny elastic band and some pearls, and they're very incredibly cursed. Bought these from Temu many years ago before I knew how bad Temu was, when it was first coming out, and they're really bad. Very, very bad. But sometimes they still get worn. Sometimes you can hide them in your cord among other things and it works out okay. Oh, my Belladonna wrist cuffs. Where's the other one? These are my favorite wrist cuffs. It probably helps that they're my favorite color, which is periwinkle. I don't know if you can actually tell. Yeah, you can pretty much tell they're periwinkle, which is pastel indigo, basically. But these wrist cuffs are my favorite, and I don't often have the opportunity to wear them because they're kind of a specific color, but I can get away with pairing these with lavender cords most of the time. They're just so freaking cute, and if you ever have a question about Belladonna wrist cuffs, they're amazing and you should buy them. That's my opinion. They actually, I have the deets on that. They are tired of updating their store envy because store envy can be very difficult. So they are working on getting their own site shopping thing going on because apparently it's just tiring. I don't know anything about store envy, but that's what I'm hearing. So they will have more stuff up available to shop soon. They're just working on that. And right now it's the middle of con season. You know how it is. Things are busy. So there's that. Also, Sweet Mildred. We've talked a little bit about Sweet Mildred on this channel. Sweet Mildred is working on getting their online shop up and running again. They've just been having a lot of stuff going on in their personal life. But I did hear at Anime Boston, and I think there was another con I talked to her at, Sweet Mildred's working on the online store. We're getting there. Yeah, there's some other, like, slightly random wrist cuff action in here. These wrist cuffs came with the Eggly clown dress, playground clown that I showed off. Oh my gosh, I love Millie. Millie's awesome. And such a joy to work with. Saturn has modeled for her, and it was a lot of fun, and the cord was so cute. I love looking at Millie's booth because sometimes there's just these fun, unique pieces that I love to see. There was one that I wanted to buy, but it was out of my budget at Anime Boston. And she said that she would still have it, and she did still have it at the next con, except I got there like 30 minutes after somebody had bought it before me, and I was like, well, at least it went to a good home. So that was cool. Wear her brown beret with white lace constantly. Oh, I don't think I've looked at her berets too much. I've seen her hair clips. I bought really, really pretty rose hair clips from her before that had these pretty black danglies on them. This wrist cuff, well, there's two of them, obviously, but this pair of wrist cuffs is from a steampunk festival. Somebody was selling these wrist cuffs, and I dropped a bag. Oopsie. And this little bonnet, which is actually so freaking cute when worn. It's adorable. I love this bonnet. Saturn just surprise got these for me one day, and they're so cute. This bonnet happens to match one of my sunflower dresses, and I love it. I just love a bonnet. Bonnets are fun, and it makes you feel so special, at least in my opinion. Yeah, there's a lot of random wrist cuffs and gloves and stuff in there. Okay, this is the behemoth, the head accessory bin. There is a lot going on in here. Yeah, I love the fun bonnet. We have, this is yet again another one of those random accessories that goes with something. I don't know what it is, but we wear it sometimes, so it lives in our wardrobe. It is what we call a maxi pad in some circles. She's cute. She's blue. She doesn't look that blue in this light, but she's blue. And I'm probably going to pull out a lot of accessories that are from Claire's, because when I was first buying accessories, I wanted to start my wardrobe easy. So I just went to Claire's and picked up like 1,000 freaking bows and headbands and stuff. And I've gotten rid of some of them since, because I've upgraded some things. But Claire's doesn't miss with the headbands. This is a random Taobao headdress. It's cute, but I have a hard time finding things to wear with it that are both this dark red and this cream. I think I would automatically reach for the strawberry dress, except the strawberry dress isn't this off-white. It's this red, but it is not this cream. It's a very stark, bright white, so it's hard to style that with things sometimes. This is a Baby the Stars Shine Bright. Oh my goodness. Baby the Stars Shine Bright, I believe. Yes? Yes, it is. This came from the store in San Francisco. Ren brought this back for Saturn. And it's so cute. Also, these ears are so freaking soft. Like, go in the store just to feel the ears. Honestly. It's adorable. It's very cute. Also, Dollar Tree, at some point recently, had a lot of hair accessories, including headbands like this, and hair clips like this, which I don't normally do alligator clips, but it's really cute, and it's pretty versatile because it's white, so I like stuff like that. And then there's a ton of headbands from Icing and stuff like that. Icing, headbands. You can get headbands almost anywhere. I keep holding on to this ribbon because I want to use it in like a braided wig so bad, but it hasn't happened yet. I want it to. Very badly, but I haven't figured that out. I'm terrible at styling my actual hair, so wigs are rough for me sometimes. This, also a Taobao headpiece. It's cute. It's hard to style because I don't have a lot in this bright silver color, but I like to wear it with my silver wig, which kind of works, as long as my outfit has white in it. There's a lot of pink bows in here. Yeah. I actually got rid of one of my pink bows recently because I had like 6,000 of them. I don't need that many pink bows. Pink bow consumerism. This is actually repurposed. Used to be cosplay bows. I bought a big pack of them thinking that I would use them for one thing or another, and I used like 2 of them. And just recently I found them again and I put them in my Lolita stuff because I feel like when I need to just add a little pop of color somewhere, maybe these could come in clutch. My friend Ren, who has been in videos before. Pink, yeah, I have some. I'm wearing my pink beret with the bunny ears too. Ren has been in a lot of videos. And Ren actually has a giant collection of bows like this in varying sizes and colors. Just has like big collection of them so that when they want to bring a color up or down in their cord, they'll add the bows to their shoes, to their beret, to like the neckline of their dress. And I think that's pretty awesome. It works well from what I've seen. They'll come to a meet and they'll just be covered in colors of bows and it all looks so awesome. I'm like, wow, I need to steal that. This came with, there was a dress I showed off earlier that was kind of like a bunny cat moment with the yellow and the blue, and it was very short. I wear this headband all the freaking time, and it shouldn't match so much of my stuff, but somehow it does. This headband has gone through it. I have worn him 1,000 times with my Eggly dress. You've probably seen it in videos before. She's familiar, because I love this thing. And she's a little OTT to begin with, so I like to just like add bows all over the place in front of the headband. That's something I like to do. Ooh, I'm not a beret guy usually, but fox beret, Saturn, so adorable. And this beret that I got in my Pastel Fix Mystery Lolita box video as well, which I'm holding on to for the same purpose. I'm holding on to the matching blue dress. It's cute. I'm just not a beret guy. Berets aren't really my thing, but they can come in handy. Like, this one is probably the only one I've ever seen where I was like, I could wear that 1,000,000 times. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. This headband is hard to wear. I won't lie. She's too chunky. But I still manage. Lots of bows. Oh my gosh. Bows everywhere. Bows 1,000 years. My goodness. I'm going to put that down. I've got 2 of these Ren brought back for me. Baby bows. They're kind of an awkward color. They're not quite pink and they're not quite lavender either. I will someday manage to style them in a functional way, but I haven't figured that out yet. Bows. Bows. This one's pretty. Bows. They're everywhere. I've just accumulated a lot of bows over the years. Oh, this is one of my favorite accessories. The tiara.'s actually lore to this tiara. So back in, I think it was 2019, or the end of 2019, there was an LGBT pageant. But you have the same headband. Isn't it fun? I love a little chunky headband every once in a while. So there was an LGBT pageant in-ish the area where I live, and they were taking submissions. This is before we knew about COVID. You have a pixie cut, and you feel like berets are the easiest headwear to make look good on me. That's fair. Maybe it's because of the wigs I typically wear. I don't know. I find berets difficult. So, I submitted for this pageant, and then everything shut down for COVID, but they still wanted to do the pageant, so they took all the submissions online and everything. I performed an original song, and subsequently won the pageant, and this was the tiara that I received as my winnings, essentially. So, I've had this thing for years and years, and I do occasionally wear it. I think I wore it at the beginning of one of my videos. It might have been the Pastel Fix video, I'm not sure. But I tend to wear her when I'm doing like a more hime cord or something more extra like that. Just because she's difficult to style. She has a lot of different colored gems going on, and the metal is kind of dark and doesn't really match any of the other metals in my wardrobe. But I love to wear her. She's so cute. And heavy, too. Like, she's weighty. That's the lore. Let's see. There's more bows. There's bows everywhere. This is also, she's old. I've had her for 1,000 bajillion years. She doesn't necessarily exactly match anything in my wardrobe, but when I do wear her, I feel like a little princess. There's some cute pictures of me in that pink dress I showed off earlier wearing this veil. And I feel like I can't let go of her because she matches the many pink things I have in my wardrobe, even though veils can be difficult. Especially when it's windy. Have you ever been to a Lolita meet outside, like a picnic, and it's freaking windy outside, and you're wearing a veil, and it's all up in your beeswax? It's not great, but sometimes it's worth it anyway. Yeah, this thing makes me feel so cute. Used to be a little more pink, but she's aged with time. I still wear her on occasion. I like her a lot. Yeah, lots of hair clips and things. Let's see. Here's a fun one. I got this from Devil Inspired clearance many years ago. It has little dangly butterflies and little feathery butterflies up here. She's cute. I still have not figured out how to style her yet, but I have a strong feeling that someday I will have the perfect dress for this headband. I couldn't resist buying her. She was super cheap, so I like her. I just, I feel like she's a little dark OTT, and I do not own anything dark OTT. I have very bright OTT, bright and fun OTT. Also, jump scare crocheted neck ruffle, which I did not make. This was a gift from a friend many years ago, but I think that it's so freaking cute. I want to see more crocheted Lolita accessories. I'm cooking on that. I have been practicing crocheting. I'm getting better, so maybe there will be more crocheted Lolita accessories. I'm gonna start putting stuff away. Most of the, I still have other stuff in the bin, but it's like more bows and random headbands that look very similar to the other stuff I already pulled out. Oh, you know what I should show off before we go? Oh my gosh. Also, if you have any questions really quick, I would love to answer questions before we head out. But every time I model for Belladonna Lolita, I get a model gift. Can't speak English. Every model gets a model gift. And every time I choose a different color of balloon dog earrings. So this is the green pair. I have the purple pair. I have the pink pair. I have the white pair. I think I'm missing the blue pair. I have the oil slick, technically the black pair. I have an ever-growing collection. I dropped one on the floor. So my balloon dog collection is honestly frighteningly large at this point. And that's one of my ongoing quests, is to complete my balloon dog earring collection. At this point, I need blue, yellow, and I think there's one other color, right? It might be red. There's one other color at least that I'm missing. But I'm getting there. I just have to model for them like 4 more times, which at this rate, that'll only take me 1 more year. Yeah, I find modeling for Belladonna so fun because they are so incredibly chill. The experience of modeling for J fashion brands varies a lot depending on the brand, and that comes down to how the staff treats you, how the designer behaves, how the people who are also modeling for that designer behave, etc., etc. Just like any activity or community, there's always going to be some people who don't go into it with the right mindset, and that's just life, man. So modeling, if it's something you've ever considered, definitely apply. If you have a disability, if you're a person of color, like, go for it. Why not? Just give it a shot, especially if it's something that you really want to do. Try it once, see what happens. And, whether you enjoy it or not, modeling for a different brand will be a very different experience, so maybe give it a shot. I think it's neat. I love modeling for J fashion brands. I just think it's a really good vibe, and you kind of, depending on the brand, can get little gifts and discounts and things like that, so I like it. So if there's no questions, you never thought about it, yeah, there's usually the model calls will go out either via the brand's social media. They'll post like Google Forms and things, or if it's a con like Techo, they use Fluffy Show for their model assignments, and their brands will go through the applications there. So it depends on the con, but usually you can find the model call on the con social media or on the designer's social media. I think it's very fun, and I recommend it. If there's no questions, I am going to head out in a minute. I'll put this bad boy away this really quick. I'm dropping stuff. It's terrible. What? Yeah, that one's the worst one to put away. For sure. Let me just over my glasses. Yeah, that's my next Lolita cord. We're gonna wear the party rock glasses. Do you have plans for Boston Anime this coming year? Here's the thing about Anime Boston. I've been going to Anime Boston since 2016. It was for a long time my home con, and it just hasn't felt that way the last few years. They're taking away things like Cosplay Chess and the Idol Festival and turning up the price of the tickets to something a lot of people can't afford. And the economy's hard. The economy's really rough. So in a way I get it, but also you're pricing out your entire demographic. So who the heck's going to go to the con except for people who happen to be able to afford it? Which, I could, technically, but I'm probably going to be at SakuraCon. It's either SakuraCon or Anime North that weekend. So I will not be at Anime Boston next year. And unfortunately, Pop Cult's gone, so no more Pop Cult. I have plans for a couple cons, and I'll list those in a second. Going to Katsucon 2026. We skipped Katsucon this year. I've been going to Katsucon since 2018. We skipped Katsucon this year due to a lot of reasons. Some of it being the con, some of it being the people. It is what it is. It's complicated. I'm open to going to Katsucon next year, and we have thought about it, but we haven't decided yet. It depends on housing and transportation and things like that. So I'll get back to you on that one. How is it to go out in public in Lolita? Totally depends on what kind of Lolita you're wearing, if you're with other people in Lolita, what area you're in. If I'm in, I live in a pretty rural area, so for me, I get people asking questions a lot. I don't usually get rude reactions, but I do get people what are you wearing? What is that? What's going on? What's the occasion? People ask questions a lot. If I'm in the city, people usually don't bat an eyelash, but it obviously depends on the person. So I also find that when I'm wearing, say, Hime Lolita, I get a vastly different reaction than if I'm wearing Circus Lolita. If I'm wearing Circus Lolita, say I did in the mall vlog that we did last year, I get 12-year-old children taking their phones out and flashing a picture of me when they think I'm not looking. And if I'm wearing Hime Lolita, I get people asking me, for the most part, obviously, not everybody's going to do that, but the reaction does vary depending on what you're wearing. And I find if I'm wearing Hime Lolita in public or something that's more chill or casual, the reaction is more chill or casual. I do often get people asking questions, though, and conversing with me in general. Does the mall get the most catcalls for you? I actually have been catcalled in Lolita before. It was at a seafood festival, and a man also touched me, which was weird. But generally, the catcalls are in outside areas. For some reason, people feel extra brave at festivals and public places like parks and things like that. I don't know why. At the mall, we actually got approached by mostly Girl Scouts, which was awesome. They were so funny. Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it's also I don't like saying I know what I'm getting myself into because no one deserves to be randomly touched by random men, but I don't know. It's hard to say I didn't see that coming. Sometimes it happens. I guess our weirdos are at the mall. There's weirdos everywhere. Sometimes especially at the mall. Oh, I mentioned that I was going to tell you what cons I'm going to next year. So right now, our pretty definite plans are SakuraCon. Oh my gosh, as if I could remember. SakuraCon, which is in April, typically. CCE, which is in September. There's one in the summer that we normally go to. Freak. I don't know. We're going to 4 this upcoming year. SakuraCon. Oh, Anime North is another one we want to go to, but we're not committed yet. Yeah, not good. And I will say, it happens the most when I'm wearing a blonde wig. I don't know. I mean, I do know why. It's strange. It's a whole deep, nuanced conversation that I couldn't possibly get into right now. Maybe I'll make a video essay about it at some point, but I think that topic has probably been done many times before. If I saw you, I'd be asking to be Lolita friends. It's so fun for me when I'm in Lolita in public and people will say, I love your coordinate or I love your cord. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. I see you. That's the most fun for me. And when I see other people wearing alternative fashion, I'll say, I like your cord or I like your coordinate because, you know, like that gives you that immediate connection. Even if you don't end up having a conversation with that person, I think that's one way to kind of bridge that gap. You know, like maybe I'm in a rush, but I can still say, hey, I like your outfit or I like your coordinate. Any recommendations for Japanese or Chinese brands that are US size L friendly? There's actually a huge list of Taobao plus size stores. I can't guarantee all of them are still active, but if you go to my Taobao guide video in my 5-minute guides playlist, or if you scroll on my feed, there is a link in the description to the list of Taobao plus size brands. I know Doris Knight is one that I actually have had dresses from in the past that I really, really liked. Otakon again. We're thinking about Otakon. We're not definite on Otakon. The thing, I'm tired of driving 9 hours to a freaking convention. We drove, I think it ended up being like an 11-hour drive this year between traffic and road work and all of that. And we're going to start flying instead. So it kind of depends on how things work out. We're interested in Otakon, but we haven't committed yet. Yes, and there's one more convention. Oh, and this year, I am probably going to be at another anime convention, waiting to hear back about my panels and if they got accepted. And there's a chance there's a con I'm going to in November, but we haven't heard back yet, so we'll see about that. And then next year, I said SakuraCon, I said CCE, I said maybe Anime North. Otakon's a maybe. There's one more that I'm missing that I'm not thinking of that we want to go to as well. That's not in this specific area. And I don't remember which one it was, but I will be at a couple of cons next year. Also, if you guys want to see me at a con near you, a lot of cons have a request a guest page or like guest submissions. If you go to their website and go to like the menu, usually it's in the guest section or the contact us section. Some cons, like Anime Boston and Zenkai Con, do it on their forums. A lot of cons do it on their website, and then some cons just have an email where you can send an email to request people. Perhaps some tea parties, like at Lolita events. Oh, I'm going to the Great Lace. That might be what I'm thinking of. I'm going to the Great Lace next year. I have my ticket already. I'm very excited for that. It'll be my first big, large-scale Lolita event. I want to go to Ursa Major this year, but I don't know if it's in the cards. We shall see. But generally, even if I haven't committed to going to a con, if a con invites me to guest, I'll go. I did that at a con in Maine earlier this year. They invited me, and I went up there for the weekend, and it was really fun. So if you want to see me, go request me. I do have, on my website, there's a media kit and stuff like that if they want that info. So that's where that lives. I am planning meetups for, I don't know, the end of this year, beginning of next year. I want to do some events because I have projects going on that I want to film for and things like that. So definitely tea parties are in my future. We just started filming today for the best tea houses in state video series. We started filming one recently, so I'm excited for that. I love afternoon tea. So that's something that I enjoy doing, and I also love making videos, so that's something I enjoy doing, so I think it's fun to combine the two. Yeah, I would love to go to more conventions just because we're getting married. I'm trying to be very mindful about what we commit to, because I don't want to commit to too much and then I'm tired this year, guys. I've been to so many cons where we had to drive. Teco was like a 14-hour drive. We didn't get there until like, God, 1 a.m.? It was late. Definitely plan for more with friends. Yes. I actually have a lot of big plans for this next year upcoming. Lots of crazy videos that are coming up too. One that we finished filming today, that one that we started filming today, one that I have currently like in the background. We've got Google Forms going and spreadsheets and things like that for a big project this winter. So I'm really excited. I'm a little bit of an I'm a little bit of an ambitious person. Wish I could speak English. That's hard. But it's nice to just see things come together. And I love to plan in general. Like, I'm a little travel planner. I like my spreadsheets, and I love to color code. The planning stage is the most exciting for me. My favorite thing to do when I make videos is edit, actually. That's my favorite step in the process. And makeup is the thing that takes the most energy for me. Which probably seems backwards, but that's just how it be. Like, I've gone from wearing full face with big lashes to wearing barely any makeup at all, just because I'm tired. It's so tiring. It's my first time being alive, man. Yeah. I also have thoughts about, I have some dream cons that I would like to attend at some point that have really big J fashion scenes. Like, Teco was one that has a really big J fashion scene that I was so happy that we got to do this year. And we specifically went to model for Belladonna, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed Teco. Some other ones are San Japan, which I believe has OkashiCon. OkashiCon used to be its own convention, and they kind of merged. So OkashiCon does the J fashion programming, and San Japan is like their host convention, essentially. So it all happens at the same time. And then there's a couple other ones. Is it called Japanime? There's another one that's similar-ish in name that has a lot of J fashion stuff going on. Fanime. I think it's Fanime. Yes, it's Fanime that I'm thinking of. That has a lot of J fashion stuff going on, and I would love to attend that one and see what's up. I know MatsuruCon happened. I think it's this weekend, actually. It's happening right now. And I've seen a lot of J fashion peeps at that one, and it seems pretty neat. Just saying. Yeah, gonna be at more EGL events next year for sure. I know the Great Lace. There's one happening in November in Massachusetts, actually, called the Gilded Age, I believe. And I want to go, but I'm just not sure if I can swing it, because we have so much going on still for a couple months. And I'm like, maybe I should preserve my energy. But I did want to go because it's so close. I just don't know if I can swing it. I thought about it. Yeah. Any more questions? I'm winding down here. We're nearing the 2-hour mark, which is awesome. I was worried it wouldn't be a very long live stream, but I'm pretty happy. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. That's really awesome. I love chatting with you guys. Do we want more live streams that are like this format, where it's the portrait? Because when I do landscape live streams, like window shopping, looking at websites online, it seems less accessible, I guess, because it's easy to like lay in bed on your phone, but if you're going to be on desktop, you got to be at a computer in some way. So I feel like the phone live streams are a little more accessible. Maybe at some point I'll be crazy and do a bonus live stream where I show off my cosplay closet, but that would take a couple hours. Yeah, I'm not usually a creature of impulse, and I would typically like to make a community post beforehand. Usually I schedule them like a week or two in advance. All the other ones I did. And this one, I was like, I've been wanting to live stream once a month starting in August, and this is the last day I can do it, so if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. So I kind of just got home and locked in after tea. I was like, I'm already in Lolita. I might as well do it. I just have to think of more things we can do with this portrait format instead of the landscape desktop format, because window shopping is obviously going to be desktop, so I gotta think of more stuff like this. Bit out of the loop, haven't attended a stream in a bit. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a couple months either, for various reasons. Like, when I was posting a lot at the beginning of the year, I was actually out of work for my heart condition, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. And then I went back to work, and things have been crazy with con season and everything. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. So I want to get back into streaming once a month. And I would love to alternate or maybe stream more than once a month if that's something you guys really enjoy. I actually kind of enjoy live streaming. At first I was really nervous, and I thought it would be hard to keep up, I guess. But I'm really enjoying it. I love chatting. It's so fun. DIY projects coming up that might be good to stream. That's true. Hand sewing for 3 hours. Come stream with me. I have a lot of DIY projects in process right now. I don't know, would the sewing machine be really annoying? Because I have to use a sewing machine for a couple of them. Also, we could do crafting. Like, I like to do candy, like beaded bracelets, which I'm going to be selling when I booth at cons as well. Like fun Lolita related ones. Like, I have some that say like Gothic AF, Sweet AF, that sort of thing. I love beading, so if you guys like beading too, it'd be fun to hang out. I have a lot of dresses and things to upcycle is the thing, which I would need to use a sewing machine for that, and I worry it would be like loud and kind of disruptive. But I'm down to try if there's interest. Yeah, I'm also glad I'm having a great time because I tend to be very nervous about this sort of thing beforehand, and then once I get into the groove, it's super cool and easy and not too bad. You could improvise a chord, like using a color spinner. I do have a color spinner. I love doing my randomized chords. That'd be interesting, yeah, to live stream some coordination. That's an idea. I've thought about doing a video like that, like a, not ASMR, because I'm not personally into ASMR, but like a very chill, coordinate with me type video. I've thought about doing that sort of thing. I just haven't gotten to that point of pulling the trigger on that yet. But I think for a live stream, yeah, that could be fun. Definitely. Especially because then, oh my gosh, I could be like, okay guys, pick a color. I could be like, this is what I'm doing, pick a color, and then whichever color lands first I could do. That'd be funny. You guys would probably mess with me though. I would end up with a very interesting coordinate. It's getting dark outside. I actually probably will be live on Twitch. I tend to play games on Twitch with my friends on weekend nights. So, you know, if you want to hang out, that's cool. We might be playing Minecraft. I don't know. The game varies. We've been playing a lot of different things recently. But if you like hanging out, then I'll be on Twitch later probably. My link to my Twitch is in my bio, and it's the same name as my YouTube channel. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate that. Yeah, exciting. Yeah, I stream on Twitch a bit, you know, when I have time. It's certainly not my full-time job, so also energy plays a part in that. Spoons and all that business. So, it was nice hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. A lot of you guys stayed for the whole stream, which I really appreciate. That's cool. Love hanging out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys with another live stream sometime next month, at least. And then hopefully all the months after that, too. Bye!